Today I want to talk about the driving force behind motivation. Motivation is what gets us up in the morning. Things to do, places to be, goals to achieve, people to take care of, whatever it is. And that sustains us until it doesn't. If you're in the awakening process, one day you're going to start questioning all of it. Why? Because you're going to start to realize that many of those motivations just aren't making you happy. And they're actually just stressing you out. So what now? And the more you question, the more you realize you've been duped and lied to your entire life about what life is about. So you start questioning your beliefs. And then you start unwinding some of those faulty beliefs. And the more you do that, you may eventually get to a place where you've lost all of your motivation. Because you absolutely refuse to be a slave to the system anymore. You're basically just like, I'm done. But you've been playing the game so long, you lost sight of who you really are and what you want in life. Maybe you were never allowed to choose what you wanted because other people and circumstances dictated the way your life was going to go. Up until now. You may actually feel lost because now you have to refigure everything out. So yeah, that's the point where you kind of lose all motivation. And it's not that you don't care. You're actually in a state of transition. But that state that you're in is quiet and still. And it can feel very uncomfortable because you're used to being busy all the time. And any spare moments that you have in your day are spent catching up or preparing for tomorrow. So yeah, stillness feels super foreign. And in the beginning, when you try to sit there, the thoughts seem to get louder. And you feel this, I should be doing something. I need to be doing something. That's faulty programming. The lies that you were told, that you always have to be busy. Otherwise, you're not valuable. You're not worthy of other people's respect and love. Because in your head, you have to meet other people's expectations. So you keep pushing through so you don't get judged as lazy or uncaring or selfish. But once you sit in that stillness and you start to let those faulty programs go, you'll eventually come to a place where you realize that you get to choose the direction in your life. And that can only happen in stillness. So once you release all that chatter and you get your mind into a place where it's not quite so muddled, it may be difficult to get it completely empty because there's always thoughts. But you can get to a place where those thoughts aren't controlling you. Because think about it. Our minds are given to us for us to use, not for them to use us. But anyway, at that point, you may feel a lot of confusion because you really don't know what you want. You may even come to the conclusion that life is utterly meaningless. But that's a breakthrough moment because that's where you can finally choose to embrace your power of choice on what direction you want your life to go in. You get to choose what you really want because you're seeing it from a different perspective. A higher perspective that has much more clarity in it. And at this point, you may be a little bit frustrated because it may take some time to figure it all out. So this is when you really start to connect with yourself, practicing self-love, compassion, and forgiveness. And once you've done that, you'll find that things just automatically shift. Better opportunities will appear. And once you stop trying to control everything, life will actually flow smoother. And your motivations will come from your soul rather than outside of you. I hope this helps. Have a great day.